The only song I could think of was I'm a slave for you.
It's a good song though.
I was like,
Yep.
should I do it? I'm like, I'm just
Yep.
gonna do it because sometimes it just
Good.
doesn't need to. Oh shit, I didn't even fucking grab my cards. That's fine. I'll grab them in a minute.
We'll get it eventually.
That's literally the way it's
Welcome
going.
back. Welcome
Well,
back, Britney Spears fans.
a couple weeks off, that's fine. But thanks,
Yep.
guys.
Life
I
has been
was,
crazy.
life's been nuts. And I think that's like whatever. I know we didn't have any concerned messages, which is kind of nice, but also like, what the fuck, guys?
Yeah, you're just like, hey, don't you miss us?
Could you miss it? No, life's been a little nuts, and it's like, okay, it's okay that we don't have a weekly release. It's fine. Like, we will
Yeah.
get to it.
Yeah,
So,
that's the thing. Like you know what, and like life happens, and we definitely still plan on doing a couple more.
oh, yeah.
So it's still gonna
Yeah.
be all good, guys. So don't worry, don't
Yeah.
panic.
And think of it as extended notice if you want to get your questions in as well for our free reading. So,
That's exactly it.
it's all good.
All right,
Pardon
Penny's
the
gonna
appearance. I like literally, yeah, just looking good.
okay.
Looking good. I'm wearing my snuggle,
It's your micro bangs. It's your
my
micro
micro
bangs.
bangs and my like sleepy dress. Anyways, yeah. So, I guess let's start with you, Britt. What's new? Tell the people what's new.
Oh God, what's new? Okay. Well, we just had my little guy's second birthday, so it was
Yay.
amazing. We were able to do a giant birthday party because we got to have the luxury of being in an empty house. So we invited 32 people
Very good.
and it was insane. It was good though, because
Awesome.
one floor was just all like, honey, sorry guys,
The dog.
honey, it's okay, baby. Because she heard
Okay.
me chew into the fruit and she's like,
I
miss.
want some fruit. I couldn't even hear it to be honest, though.
Okay, good. No, so there on one floor, it was just all like crazy toys that we've collected forever. Like there were some toys he
Yeah.
hasn't seen since his last birthday because they're just too big and we don't know where to put them. So that was fun. And then the other floor was just like food station, like
Yeah.
pizza, donuts, visiting, mainly adults or whatever. But it was
Yeah.
just chaos. It was so much fun. Oh my gosh. So that's been good. He had like two birthday parties in a row because it was his daycare birthday party, then it was like his birthday party, and then
Yeah.
today, which is his actual birthday, it was just like a we're doing nothing day.
So good.
Decompress. Because I'm just like, if you take after me and his dad as much as I know you will, we all need a day to be like rest
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like not see people and not have plans. So I was just like, that's good, which is good because he was having little mini meltdowns already today. And we're like, yeah,
Oh
you're
yeah.
time.
You're tired, man.
You're
Like
ready to go to bed.
a
So
lot of stuff. I cannot get over the state of my hair. I'm so sorry. I was just like, oh.
it's okay.
Anyways.
I'm gonna quickly move Honey outside
Yeah, do you think? Yeah.
an absolute dingus, and then I'll update again.
See, I will talk to our people. Yeah, no, so yeah. So watching all the birthday stuff from afar was really, I mean, great to see. I was chatting with a friend of ours and she's like, it's so weird that you're not here. Why? Because it was my house, my empty house.
Yeah.
So it was like even mom had said that she had popped in and it was kind of doing a walkthrough and like that was our first house together like that we bought and like we had our son in and like Maria was again not born in the house but like that's where we had our children before we moved over, right? So we have a lot of history with that house. So yeah, it's empty, our renters are out and yeah we're
Yeah.
yeah we're going, yeah,
So
so I'll be back in, did I tell you guys? I think I told you I'm coming back in May.
I think we alluded to that when you were coming back.
Yes, I'm coming back in May to deal with all of those things. So
Mhm.
it's good. It is good stuff. Yeah, I
Totally.
know. I
That way
can't
we
believe
can take
he's
advantage
two.
of the empty house for just to get those, get that really good energy still right there to like pump it up.
Exactly. Yeah. No, it's so good. It is crazy to me that Harrison is two.
I
He's
know.
two.
I know.
Yeah,
It's crazy. And it's
two.
so funny because he says like I was telling this to Jessica before, he'll like randomly whip out a sentence where
Yeah.
he will like he'll ask where his Tay went, but he'll be like, "Where'd Tay go?" And I'm like, "Stop talking. You are not allowed to grow up." So
I'm
if you can, we'll just like zip it.
I need like a video of him asking that so that I can send it to my friend Tay Tay. Because that's
Oh
what I
yeah.
call Taylor is Tay Tay.
Oh fun.
Where'd my Tay Tay go? Where'd
Yeah,
Tay
well,
Tay
it's
go?
normally in the middle of the night because he's put it, it's fallen behind the pillows in the bed. You're like,
So
okay.
funny. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yes, if I can get it, I will definitely.
Do
But
please.
yeah,
Yeah.
so there's that is crazy. Pregnancy is insane.
Yeah.
We're in the home stretch.
Like
Diabetes
seriously,
is out of
home
control,
stretch
apparently.
1 month. Like, well, I
No.
guess your
Well,
due date's in like 5 weeks. I have no idea.
I don't even know what date is today. Yeah,
Doesn't
I would say
matter.
five-ish
Next
weeks or
month.
whatever.
Anyways, next month,
But you know what?
right?
We got told last week here that diabetes is out of control, and I'm gonna have to think about having that date sooner. So I'm like,
Just in
great.
May. Keep it in May. A May
Well, we have no
Taurus.
choice. We have no
Okay.
choice. I find out next week, and so that's gonna be
Oh,
what it is.
okay. I
So
mean,
that's so
you know,
stressful.
but you know
Ready for
what?
it.
It's like if it's totally out of your control,
It's
like you
not, yeah.
can't do anything, right? That's just part of it is like what can you control in the situation versus what you can't? And like the doctors have
And
what
they
they
just
need to, right?
and they worry about the baby, obviously, and they just
Yeah.
want to make sure that she's healthy and good. And if she has to come out
Yeah.
sooner, she has to come out sooner. So
Yeah.
stay
Yeah.
tuned, guys.
Yeah. Totally. Oh my gosh. But also, like, if I think about it, because how big was Harrison at birth?
8 pounds. That's
Eight
it.
pounds. Okay. So like Colin was 8'6",
Hmm.
but he was, yeah, I got up to 39 weeks with him. Maria was like a few days early and she was 9'4", like
Really?
substantially bigger,
Hmm.
but also like a few days undercooked. Do you know what I mean? Not a week like Colin,
Oh,
but
okay.
like she was big. She was my big baby. But it was so funny because I think I told you when I was pregnant with her, I was like, this is my skinny pregnancy. I felt like I felt like so skinny, whereas I was a monster. I wasn't, but do you know what I mean? But I had like the confidence, and then when I delivered her, it was like, oh, she's like so much bigger. And even like today, I was like, she was cuddling me on the couch, and she's got this cute little butt, and like mine,
Mhm.
she's 3, and I'm like, oh, her butt's so cute, and I'm like, I think I'm obsessed with her butt because Colin has no butt, and Ryan's like, yeah,
Oh, his
because
back goes straight to his legs.
straight, it's just back to legs, but that's Ryan. Ryan's body is Colin's
Oh,
body. Whereas like, oh
yeah.
Maria, you got curves like your mama.
You got the chiz curves.
Yeah, seriously, I'm like, you got a booty, it's so cute.
It's
Yeah,
so
of course,
funny.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know what it is about little ones that are just like, can you just like, you're just so freaking
I
cute.
know. Yeah.
And that's why they get away with fucking murder because they're like, well,
Well, I mean,
okay.
do they? I don't know.
That's
Oh,
Harrison.
poor Colin. I know we have a plan for what we're going to talk about. I promise we'll get there. But
Yeah.
tonight, like, so Colin and Ryan had gone with his soccer team up Torque Mountain for
Mhm.
like a hike. Colin went too. He did so good. Like he
Oh,
walked like
good.
he did like 90% up all by himself. Do you know what I mean? Like that's huge. It's like it's the
Big deal.
smallest mountain, but it's like a good like I get
Mhm.
winded so easily from that one.
Sure.
And so yeah, he needed some help there. He was good all afternoon. He didn't really eat supper, whatever. But he
Mhm.
got really sick this evening. Like he
Oh,
like farted
no.
and he was upset by that because he's like, I pooped
Oh,
my pants. And it was just like a wet fart. So I took him down to the bathroom, got him cleaned up, and he's like, I'm
yeah.
gonna throw up. I was like, so there he is on the toilet, like pooping. Like,
Oh,
like
maybe it
what?
just was like he overdid it. Maybe he
I
wasn't
think
hydrated enough or
it could
something.
be a mixture of like dehydrated,
Sure.
um, like
All the
overendurance,
excitement. Yeah. Overpushing.
excitement. Like he did eat today, he did drink today. Do you know what I mean? It was just like it just kind of came out of nowhere. Anyway, so he's fast asleep, thankfully. I was waiting for him to have a nap this afternoon because he was like he was cream crackered. He was knackered. Yeah. And he
Cream
was
cracker.
I don't know, like this is one of the isms of the Murphys of
Oh my God, I love it.
yeah, Uncle Steve always goes, oh, he's knackered, he's cream crackered. It's like he is.
Cream
So I
cracker.
just
That's actually so funny. I
cream
love that
cracker.
term. He's cream crackered. I love that.
Hmm.
Poor Colin.
So,
Oh, I hope he
anyways,
feels
so
better tomorrow.
I know he's not going to school in the morning anyways. He's got an OT thing, but he's
Oh,
fucking
nice.
going because we've been on the wait list for a year. We better be fucking going.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Yeah,
so
no
that
kidding.
otherwise not much is new. Work has been fucking nuts, which is why we haven't been able to coordinate schedules because
Yeah.
between my work and your appointments and like stuff, it's just been like, okay,
Yeah.
yes, madness.
Been
It
out of
is,
control.
yeah. I
So,
basically live at a desk, and if it's not this desk, it's like the kitchen table.
mhm,
Yeah, so I'll be excited when April is over. It will be
mhm.
great. It will be so good. I cannot wait, but it'll be great. Yes.
Oh
And
my
then yeah,
gosh.
getting ready to come over. So that'll be great.
All right, you
So
guys are
excited.
hearing Honey Blast. There's no winning with this dog.
Mm-mm.
She's either sitting in her house crying or outside banging on the door. And I'm like, you know
Yeah,
what, girl? I'm gonna let
I
you
can't.
out the front door and you just go. Just
You
leave.
just go away. I'll
See you
find a
later.
new
Someone
home.
else will get you.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I can't hear her, but feel free to do whatever you've got to do. So
Yeah, no worries. As we continue, if I get fed up, then I'll deal with it.
yeah, it's all good. So
Great. So yeah,
yeah,
so Jessica's gone on a fun adventure this week.
there was. So I was at the Waterford Medieval Museum. So I'm just gonna bring up. We're gonna try some fun things, guys.
And this is my
Oh, you
fantasy.
know
So if
what?
you're watching on YouTube, have fun with this.
I'm really excited, but this will be a video that I'll post to social media. Obviously, it'll just be like a reference photo. Oh, fuck it. We're gonna do this. How do I do this? I always get confused because I don't want to be, oh, I don't want to be in front of it. No, I'm just gonna be talking. Can I be beside it? Does that happen? Is that okay? Nope. There's a whiteboard. Can I do it this way? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry, guys. I literally tried to do this earlier, but oh, I can do a video file. Neat. Okay, hold on. We're gonna share my screen first. We're gonna share this screen first. Okay, cool beans. Everybody can see this? Cool.
Yes.
So this is the Waterford Museum.
Hmm.
So what this is, it's actually like I think there's like 12 different museums along this block. They have a blah 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 blah. There's a map somewhere. Nope. Okay, that's fine. They have a map on their brochure. Anyway, so there's like 6 or 7 museums that you can do. So the last time I was up in Waterford, I did the Irish Wake Museum, which I think we talked a little bit about. Um, it's really cool anyways. So that's this one here. So that one's like um around like death and stuff like that and the rituals and that. The one that we did this time was the Medieval Museum. So this one is all based on the Normans basically. So that would be like the original French people that invaded or like moved, came over to Ireland. Like the point of contact was Waterford. So
Okay.
they were French speaking characters. Not all of them are, but that's kind of like the first settlements in that regard. So this is really neat. So I've got some, where, there we go. So this is kind of just like a little bit of a view of what we got into. So obviously it's artwork pieces. There's stuff on kings and like old rituals. This is like, oh, I don't know if you can see this, Brittany, the vestments. Can you see that?
Yes, I can. It looks really cool. I like it.
It is the creepiest place I've ever been. Anyway, so I've got some pictures and videos to go through.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're on our own little tour.
honestly, it's cool. Yeah, yeah. So this was what, Thursday? Yeah, Thursday. We popped up. I just like picked up the kids from school, dropped them off at home, and then I went out. So it's about 3.5 hours up for me during that time of day.
Wow.
And then it only works out to be 2.5 hours on the way home. So that's not bad. But again, traffic, main time of day, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I met up with the team and we started our investigation about 7 p.m. Or I guess we wouldn't start at 7 p.m., but we were like allowed into the building at 7, or just before, whichever. So basically what we do at that point is we come in, we do our base readings, we kind of just get ourselves settled in the building. So with
Hmm.
that first kind of time is when I got to take a lot of these pictures and a lot of these videos.
Oh,
And then I can talk about kind of what we did. So, okay. Are you ready? I'm so sorry. This is such a strange thing for me to have
I
to
love
do.
it. It's the presentation. It's your oral
I know.
presentation. That's basic boundary for witches.
Wait, share
At live on location.
this one. Wait, hold on. How do I get there from here? It's in my downloads. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, I saw it. Okay, are we ready? Can you see this? And you can see me?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh
I
my
can see
God, we can see each
guys. I
other.
can see you.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. I was so nervous about sharing another screen and I'm looking over there and it's all over. I don't know if it'll play sound at all. So this is kind of like just like the layout of the foyer. They had all these like, oh, you can hear it a little bit. They had like
Okay.
this is where, or sorry, this is the room where we had our like base set up here. So this is like
Okay.
the basement underneath here. So
Hmm.
this would have been used as like the original church of the building. That's Anthony. You guys have met him. Anthony Kerrigan's been on the podcast a couple of times.
Hmm.
So this extended this building here would have been for primarily religious ceremonies. A lot of it is like original flooring and stuff, gadgets and bits, replicas of the ships or treasures that they found at the time as well. So you'll see a couple of
Wow.
those in here. Yeah, really, really cool stuff. Yeah. Okay, so as I don't
I
even know
can't
this
get
man's
over
name.
like those hallways. Holy shit.
I know, it's fabulous. Yeah, they're like the archways are so like intricate. Yeah, really neat.
Like this museum was built for like, sorry, to go back, this
Yep,
museum, was
yep.
this like like was this all found very similar to this, or did they recreate all of this?
No, it's all original. Like this is all
Wow.
stuff that's like has dates back to like the 13th century, I think, like that.
Jesus
Anything
Christ.
that has been recreated, there were things within the museum. I'm trying to think. There was a well, there was a few things that were like styled after things that were, made by kings or whatever else. I didn't get, actually, I think I took some, actually, they might be in this thing anyways. But yeah, so most of it was found, but a lot of it is literal treasures. Like this is, I'm trying to think. Yeah, Treasures of Ireland or Waterford Treasures. Sorry, that's what it is. So this is all like facts and treasures that were found. So yes. Okay, so this is like the bottom level here. So I did make a whatchamacallit, a Instagram reel or whichever one was out there or whatever. And what I love the most about like being allowed in these places
Mhm.
after is like my own private tour. My like this is just us. So essentially we have our team. So who was it? It was myself, Derek, Jennifer, and wait, sorry, myself, Derek, Jennifer, Anthony. So our team of four went out there. And then we had the two museum staff that joined us. Um, and then we had two other guests that joined us for the night. That was just like a friend of Anthony that works there. So kind of just an extended. But so it's just us.
Oh, yeah.
So it is like to have that exclusivity of being
Mhm.
allowed in to free roam, check
Like a
everything
fancy,
out.
it's so fancy like
It's
that.
really, it's quite a privilege. So that's, I just had like a moment. Oh yeah, good. I just had a moment where I was like, are we even fucking recording? So sorry. I
I
am.
started on my end. Let's fucking hope so.
No, it's good. I was just like, that's why I panicked as like, where's the record? Because on the other screen I can see it, and this one, like, where did it go? Oh my God, sorry guys. But yeah, so anyway, so we while Anthony is going to do his base test, so like when he
Yeah.
goes into each room, he's testing for temperature, he's testing for like I don't know what else, like other wavelengths, basically the standard readings of a room, let's say.
Mhm.
And then as we do our experiments, we read like the changes and he
Yeah.
does, kind of stuff like that. So that's he's doing his base test, which allows the rest of us to kind of free roam, feel out
Mhm.
the place. If we do get those sensations, basically start doing a free read by,
Mhm.
going into the different spaces and just again feeling it out. So this room that you kind of see on there, those ones are all like these really gorgeous statues. Um,
Yeah.
oh, hold on. This guy, I don't know his name, but I tried to look it up, but I can go back and look. But yeah, so there's like St. Thomas, there's a St. Bridget's, there is another like they're really beautiful statues. Now these ones are like artifact, I'd say. As okay, hold on before I get into this one. There were a few on there again that was where I saw that were like, oh God, what is it? I'm trying to think what it was that it was styled after. It's okay, it might come to me later. Anyways,
Yeah.
so getting
It's
to Rome
neat.
there. So I did say about the vestments. The
Mhm.
vestments, yeah. So these are like cloaks, original things that have been made for tribemen, leaders in that regard, kings, if you want to call them that. And I saw this quote on the wall from William Butler Yeats. So William Yeats is like a famous like Irish poet. I don't know if he's Irish, and that is probably blasphemy, me saying that, but it says, I had the heavens embroidered cloth and wrought with gold, golden and silver light, the blue and the dim of the dark colors, of night and light, of half light. I would spread the cloth under your feet, but I, being poor, have only my dreams. I have spread my dreams under your feet. Tread softly because you tread on my dreams. So that's why William B.
Amazing.
Yeats. So
Amazing.
that poem is actually written on the wall going into the vestments and in the vestments. So it's kind of like you get it from both ends. So that just kind of shows you like the importance. So there's a close up of what these are. These are all like embroidered. I can only imagine how much they weigh. But of course, my camera sucks. So you can kind
The
of
thing
see
is,
like the flares.
I can't even imagine how much they would weigh to wear because I'm sure they are thick.
Exactly. And like it is both sides covered. Do you know what I mean? Like it is, they're substantial pieces.
Mhm.
Before I pop out there. So, but now walking into this room, I'm just going to scoot back a little bit here. Like they are all glass encased, like very thick glass, temperature controlled, like
Wow.
well displayed, but also the creepiest room in the whole place.
Really? Is
I
that right?
definitely, and which is great because we did come back to that area to do some more testing later as like a group. But
Yeah.
like at one point, I have to go into these places by myself. And I
Oh
was so
shit.
thankful I didn't have to do that. Anyways, I was like,
Well,
girl, we're
that was
not doing that today.
one of my questions that I had. I was just like,
Yes.
did you ever feel like you were the guy from like Ben
Their
Stiller from
movie.
Night at the Museum, where you're just like, holy shit. And you're just like, did that move?
Yes.
Is
Oh
things
my God. Well,
happening?
I actually said that in like my Instagram thing. I was like, this is like, I loved shows like Mysteries at the Museum. I loved Night at the Museum. But
Mhm.
Mysteries at the Museum is like when they see these kind of artifacts and they go in like, but what does it mean? And then they break it down. And what I feel like we're doing, and now it's not always related to like one specific thing. It could be like the broad spectrum,
Mhm.
but it's like doing an interview with the OG owner. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
like sometimes when we're doing our communication and stuff that we'll talk about, like we get to kind of find out a little bit more about the items or about the history of the building or like the themes. Do you know what I mean? So I always find that it takes down the boundary of death, literally,
Yeah.
between worlds when it's like, okay, we can,
Mhm.
communicate that way. Sorry, I just have to write down a number before I forget.
A
Okay.
number?
Yeah, a year that we had um spoken with somebody about. So those are the vestments. Then moving
Mhm.
into the next room, we have a little bit more of like the document styles and the old classic scrolls. Again, like this is all preserved items. So as you can kind of see, like this is amazing stuff. The fabric on those is like quite it's like quite thick but very delicate, and it's all
Yeah.
hand painted. I thought I had another picture, but maybe I didn't include it, and that's okay. But like this is all the state of which it was found is
Wow.
amazing. And I should actually say, okay, so these were the French that came over. Now there was like a great fire in England where all the Catholic journals and scrolls and teachings and that, like there was a really big fire that burned a lot of this stuff. Now these were the French and they were Protestant at the time. So there was no fire. That's why there's so many things that were preserved because it were
Yeah.
not included in the same church findings. So keep that in mind. That's why we have access to such amazing stuff. Okay, so that's that. This is the third floor. There's Jen. She's just poking away there. So this is where we really got into like the fine arts. I thought she was great. I was like, my girl. This is where we discuss a lot about the kings. Again, a lot more of those original scrolls that we're seeing. This is like the layout of the kingship. And within this as well is like that changing from church, from Catholic to Protestant. So that's why we're seeing a little bit of bouncing. I'm not a historian, but I do love this stuff.
That's
Trigger warning
awesome.
for heads on stakes. Um,
Oh, yeah, no shit. Just, oh,
Whoops, sorry.
surprise.
Sorry
Whoops.
about that one. But this was where if I were to feel like I was being watched, it was up here. I had a
Really?
lot of like heavy energy in there. That book that you're seeing there is it cut off there, the Great Parchment Book of Waterford. So it is like original. I actually don't know much more about it, but I was like, this is for any book person like myself. It's
Yeah.
quite amazing. Then I saw this guy. So this
And then
specific
I saw
module,
this one.
there's this guy. I got a nice picture. Look at him. Look at him. Look at his little
Nice.
face.
Look at his
So
face.
he was actually where am I at? 203. So this is where he is. He's down here.
Oh,
That's him.
okay.
So
I
this is
feel like
as
to
we
the
were like
front.
this is how as I like entered. We kind of there's a few ways to go down there, but the original tour entrance is down this like twirled stairway.
Yeah.
So that's where we meet him, and I have a story about that. Right away. I just want to get through my pictures, and then
Yeah.
I can, you know, I know you know what it's like. I'm just like,
Yeah. I do.
"Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah, huzzah."
Everything is amazing.
Exactly. But I'm like, there is yes. Okay. So after him, okay. So again, I've got private access to these floors. What had happened? I guess the layout of the day. So we start with our base test on the first floor. So that original floor that we were on, the one down the stairs, this one. So this one we did a couple tests. Now we started with what's like a talking picture board. So it's like a Ouija board, but we use different pictures, indicators with words. So it's not a I guess how can I explain this? Basically, there is a planchette, and it was myself and Derek who are doing this experiment. So we are on the planchette, and we're asking the spirits of the room, if they're there, and then like just to kind of maintain that communication. And then we started asking about the floors individually. So we have
Mhm.
this level, we've got the second level that has the artwork with the vestments, and then the
Yeah.
third level that's got the royalty on it. Okay,
Ah,
so we asked specifically, um, of all the themes on the board, like what would describe this room. So with that, it went to three different, or typically like three or two or three different answers, anyways. For this first floor, we got death, negative energy, and food. Okay. The second level, so the one that we have the vestments on, the
Mhm.
only reading we got was negative energy.
Oh, wow.
Cool. And then on the third floor with the royalty, we got negative energy and murder.
Oh, man.
Coolest of beans. Exactly. So I was like, okay, cool. So that was the picture board. You okay?
Oh, yes. Our brother Matthew has just arrived.
Oh, shush,
Because,
that's hilarious.
yeah,
Okay.
because he's so what I'm gonna do is I might do a quick pause just for a second,
Oh
but
yeah, let's do. I'll pause it.
sorry.
We're back.
Um, yeah, sorry. We had so many leftover donuts from this local bakery that I got donuts for the birthday party for when I was FaceTiming mom and Matt this morning. He had asked if I had any leftovers, and I was like, I have two fucking dozen to give
Do
you.
I?
And he only wanted the vanilla flavors, and I was like, come get them. They're ready for you. So
Where were they
I
from?
Downies.
Yes, the best. Okay, I will put money on this. I know that like Clayton Croker did like the best donut in the city, and like I know he went to Downey's and I know he gave them like a really good review, but like they are the best. And I love Nutana. Nutana's great too. But
Yes.
Downey's is like
I think it all depends what you go for. Because like the Long Johns, I feel like Downies is beyond. It's
beyond.
just
That is exactly
and
it. It's
when I was there picking them up, I didn't realize they had other flavors from there was vanilla chocolate or coconut, but they also
yeah,
have caramel, strawberry, and blackberry now.
that must be
And
new.
I was like,
I
oh,
know.
but can't mess with chocolate. It's so good.
No.
So
Oh.
I literally like grabbed the box from Matthew and opened the door and I was like, these are for you. And he's like, oh.
Oh.
It's like they
Like
are all yours.
yeah, again, like
They're not
definitely
going to go to
like
waste.
no,
Yeah,
so
because
good.
we
They would never
literally
go to waste. Weren't you
no.
planning on freezing some of them?
I
Lols.
did. I am now. Well, because we had 4 dozen left over because I thought people would eat more donuts.
Yeah,
Because I thought I like literally did the math in my head being like, well, if everyone has like 2 donuts, then it's fine, whatever. But like some kids only had half of one, some adults only had one, and I'm like, fuck.
like, and they're
So
decent
we
donuts.
came home
And
with
you
four
had, did you have
dozen
cake
mostly.
as well?
No, no, just
Okay.
donuts and a pizza.
Oh, very good. Perfect enough. Fabulous. I was gonna say,
Well,
I'm
that's
like, oh
yeah.
God,
No, no,
there's
just
not a
keep it like
blowout.
super
Yeah,
easy. And then, but yeah, so like the pizza was annihilated, which is yeah, fair.
people
But
love that.
yeah, I didn't realize. So I know now if we were to order for that many people again, I know do 3 dozen max,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
all
that's
good.
perfect.
Exactly.
But I wanted leftovers, and so what we did, obviously having 4 dozen left over, I kept all the chocolate ones because Matthew
Yeah,
didn't want them, and I was like, good, 'cause I want the chocolate
exactly.
ones. And
Sounds like a
so
happy accident.
I know. So we literally like freezer bagged them all this
Oh
morning and tossed
no.
them in the
Yeah,
freezer so that way I can eat at my leisure.
exactly. Oh God, nothing would be better. And they're gonna be so good. Like again,
I know.
Downey's Donuts.
Oh my
Guys,
God.
for people who are wondering, okay, so Downey's Donuts is in Sutherland. It's on Central Avenue. So
In Saskatoon.
I'm trying to think where in relation it would be.
Home and Hardware or whatever that place
Home
is called.
Hardware. Yeah, it's further down from that. It's like, oh
By
God.
O'Brien's? Is that what
It's
it's called?
it's it's not as far as the 7-Eleven, if the 7-Eleven is still there. It's
Right?
like in between where the Scuzz used to be.
Yeah.
It's like that
And the
block, that
Seven.
center block. Actually, is it that far? I don't know. The Golden Sheath
Yeah.
is like one of the things.
It's
Anyways,
so it's funny because like that place is booming. Like even when I was there, there was like
yeah.
it was like a revolving door of people, and I was like, that's how it should
Yep.
be. Let's keep this business in business.
And that's why you order the donuts in advance.
And I
If you need more than like five, order in
yeah.
advance.
That's why I ordered a month ago, and I was like, I need to make sure I'm on top of this. And I'm happy I did because one, there was lots of compliments being like, oh my God, these donuts are amazing. And I was like, oh, I know. This is going to be
Yeah.
the birthday party trend forever. Is going to get donuts for the birthday cake.
Right. And like location as well, like because we're like
Mhm.
East Side ers. I
Yep.
mean, not saying we wouldn't travel to the West Side because I can't remember the name of
I'll
the bakery.
travel for good food.
If it's still there, I don't know. There used to be a really good bakery on 20th Street. I don't know if it's still there or not.
Was
Or
that
19th
Pleasant
Street.
Hill?
I have no idea.
Pleasant Hill.
Maybe. No, yeah, Pleasant Hill Bakery. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know if it's
think
still
it's still
there.
there. I'm not
Okay.
sure though.
But I
But I
mean,
know, yeah,
anyways,
Nutella
location.
and anyways, there's lots of really cute places. But yeah, those donuts were a huge hit. So made sure to share the wealth. And I'm happy that Matthew took them because he said that he was going to have a very lovely night
I bet you he
um,
will.
gardening and eating the things. So
Oh, I see gardening. Okay, he's gardening today. I was like, gardening? Like, oh yes, 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 that's fair. I actually love that term. Is so
I do
funny.
too. I think
And,
I was just like, oh, what a solid
and
term. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna fill in the listeners that don't know what that means. It's
You
fine.
just look online,
What does
gardening.
gardening mean to the young folk? Even though
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Gardening slang.
what does
But
gardening
yeah,
mean?
so I was just like, I'm happy I could make your day.
That's so funny. Very good. Okay, back to business, shall we?
Back to your museum tour.
Okay.
No,
So,
no
um,
negative
okay,
energy.
yes. Okay, so after that I didn't oh, did I get a picture of it? Hold on just a second. Yes, I did. Okay, before I sort of scoot this way. Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna leave it right there for a minute. Okay, so after we did wait, shit, did I do no fucking son of a bitch. Yeah, that was okay. Anyways, after we did the talking board, then we did
Hmm.
like an artifact talk, you could say. So we each of us went down blindly. Where so this is a controlled experiment, you could say. So Anthony knows what we're looking at, and what we need to do is look at the item, feel the item, and feel when it's from, what it is, and where. Yeah, what it is, where, and when.
Okay.
So from where it would be found, what it would be used for, and about what time, and when was it discovered. So we found, I don't have a picture of the needle, but essentially it was like it looked like thread, really thick thread. And so
Oh,
that is what I experienced anyways. So we were once we were done that experiment, the two working at the desk, they came down and were able to kind of give us a little bit more as to what these artifacts were, what they could have been used for, and then we would align our guesses or our guesstimates again based on feeling and based on that intuition, where it would line up. So most
yeah.
of us kind of guessed it was about, I guess, 13. I guess I think we kind of guessed between like 11th and 13th century, where some of these were like it was like 13 to 15th century. So like it was kind of on, but we definitely all got the purposes right. There was a few different styles and shapes, and but again, one just looked like, I don't know, a fastener, one looked like a threaded needle, and one looked like a bigger threaded needle. So one that could have been used for, say, sewing sweaters, woolen sweaters, because it was a little bit thicker. The next one maybe for fishing nets. And then the last one, a fastener, could have been used for a variety of different reasons. And this kind of brings me back to the Wake Museum and how they would wrap their dead in a big cloth and they would use these big fasteners to maintain the tension. So anyway, so we did that after that. I had some time to debrief and kind of, discuss those answers with the professionals, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Um, and then what did I do after that? Oh, then we did the talking board. So that is also known as a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Now, we don't use like a branded Ouija board. We use one that Anthony's built himself. I don't actually think I've got a picture of it from this investigation, anyways. But then from there, we were able to, again, find out a little bit more about the people. Did we do it next? Yeah, we did. I think we did. Maybe we didn't. It's fine. I'll come back to the rest of it anyways. So from this chat,
Mhm.
I was filming, so because we record all of the investigations that way, we
Yeah.
had Derek, our two guests, observing, and then we had Jennifer and Anthony on the board, which was really nice. So from there, we were able to determine that there was quite a crowd of people, and we did this on the floor with the vestments as well. So this was done in like the red room, essentially. I'm sorry, I'm just like trying to figure out where. Yeah, so we did it not there. Da-da-da-da, like my little take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Na, 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 na. We didn't do it in this room, but we did it in the room before, which
Okay.
was ba-na-na. About here, maybe? Let's find out. Nope. Let's find out together. In this room.
There
To
you
be more
go. There you go.
specifically, oh yeah, it was in front of that one. We just brought a table up. Sorry for anybody watching on YouTube. Yeah, we brought our table up. That's where it was. I was gonna say, I'm like, I thought
Nice.
it was right there.
Yeah.
So in that room, again, we were able to determine who was all there, or as in terms of names of people. Um, when, where, what their meals would be like. What I like about this is we're not like we're not getting, I guess it really depends on what you go in there wanting to ask. And because we go in with a purpose to find out more, it's like a historical excavation of
Okay.
the spiritual world opposed to,
Like
getting
personal
contact.
stuff when
It's
you
like
go
we
through.
have contact. I think that's where it comes a little bit differently. It's like, ooh, are there ghosts? It's like, yeah.
There is.
But like
Yeah.
whatever we talk about on one.
100% there is.
Exactly. So
But what are they gonna tell us? They're not gonna tell us.
literally, so like some of the questions that Anthony, like he makes a list in advance of what he wants to ask. And again, it's part of it is like, what year is it there? Where's home, or what's your nationality? What
Okay.
language do you speak? So like
Yeah.
stuff like that, where it's a little bit further out, or like what, we would ask about like what's the weather like, what do you have a message for anybody else? And
Mm.
so the year when we asked him like what year is it there, he said it was June. What did he say? I want to say it was June 12th, 1256. Yeah,
Wow.
June 12th, 1256, which
Jesus.
tracks for a lot of the stuff that we're documenting around here.
Yeah.
Um, but now Derek, who's a prominent team member of mine, he's like a full body medium. Do you know what I mean? Like he feels everything from head to toe.
Wow.
And kind of from what we were hearing in response through this Ouija action, or chalkboard, and what Derek was experiencing was really quite aligned. Now, it was our interpretation was there was a couple main speakers, but they were feeling like suppressed. And I mean by that is like they weren't allowed to say much more. Because when we
Oh,
were prompted, or when we tried to ask them, they were like, either it's such a hard feeling to navigate because yeah, we're only getting like spelt out words, but also it's like the way that they're coming out. So
yeah.
we would say, are there any men there? Are there any women? And then they would
Mm.
reply saying, there are many. Do you know what I mean? It was like, okay. So like, okay, so what
Yeah.
does that mean? But it was like every time that we referred to a woman or that, it was like dead answer. And then you know what I
Wow.
mean? So it was like it from what Derek had explained to me, his inkling was it was like women that were replying to us, but they weren't able to say anymore.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah.
Hmm.
Another thing that we asked is how do you communicate, or how are we communicating with you?
Yeah.
In their experience, like how are you able to tell us with that? And their response to that was heat. And it's funny, well, it's not funny, I mean, it is funny, but like that sort of instance, like where we felt red hot or we were warm, even Anthony was like, I'm burning up on this planchette. Like he was like, it's like I'm
Wow.
hot. He was hot to the touch. So it was like, again, that communication thing was like, okay, that's kind of neat. And I
Yeah.
don't tell you this to be like, ooh, it's like it's all about what you get from these kind of results. And now, what
Yeah.
we're going to do with this kind of information, Anthony is going to fully document, and he's going to share on our website, which
That's
is
awesome.
Ghost Era. I think it's .id, ghostera.ie. I'm going to share it anyways in the show notes. It won't be
Yeah.
out for a while, this data,
Yeah.
but when it is out, like the findings will be there, so you can kind of see what it was.
For
So yeah,
the equipment that he uses, does he use like an Ovilus or does he use a ghost tube or anything? Or is it just
no. So I mean,
okay?
he has like a lot of equipment. He did just buy like a light thing, but okay. So he makes his own picture board, the one that we use first,
Hmm.
which we also use the talking board again that he's made himself, which is like all the letters out there. It's got the numbers on there, the yes and no, and our logo. So the other thing that we used, I mean, I actually brought my dowsing rods. So I used that for my own experiment within this from some of the data we got from the picture board. But then
Yeah.
we also has this new equipment. Essentially, you have to set up a camera affiliated with a device, and it reads the light in the room. So we did it in the vestment room.
Oh.
So in that room, that's really fucking creepy that I'm like, I can't go in there by myself.
Yeah.
That is where we had that set up there. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes, this is, I'm just going to go through this, some artifacts. So we had it set up in this room, and now it looks quite bright right now, but it's actually you can see like my camera's fucked from being in here. But it is like a very dark room. So there's a picture of, or sorry, the video of how dark it actually is in there, which is probably why I found it
Said
so
you're
eerie.
associated
Well, that's it.
with the Black
Yeah,
Death.
I associate with the Black Death. So that was like one of the things that we had heard amongst there. So anyway, so the
Neat.
camera was working in there while we were doing our call out.
Yeah.
Okay, so after we did the artifact talk, we did the talking board. So then I got to go on a special mission.
Ooh.
Everybody else was on the bottom floor in that original like front room here, whatever it is, this one downstairs and here. So they were
Yeah.
all down here. And Derek he had some photos of like the layout of each floor. And he had to either intuitively place little like stickers on spots that reflected the Black Death. negative energy, whichever was themed by the floor that we found in the original picture board, like in that
Yeah.
discovery. And
Yeah.
I, lucky me, was up on the floors by myself with the dowsing rods, being like, can you show me an area where negative energy might be present?
Help
And I'm
me.
like talking myself to be like, I'm fine, I'm protected, I'm grounded, Jimmy, I'm fine. But yeah, so I had to do that on all three floors. Or sorry, I guess it was just the top two floors because he was down there on that one. Oh, no, lied. No, I did it on all three. Sorry. So I started on this first, went up to the second, and then I went down. They kind of rotated. So he went up and I went down.
Nice.
So yeah, so that was the creepiest thing. But it was again, it's only creepy because it's like, it's heavy, heavy stuff. But like I said, I was so thankful to not have to go in the Beston's room because I was like, please don't. So I
Yeah,
don't
not
have
that
any
right.
people
Of
going in
all
there.
the rooms.
Exactly. But one of the layouts was actually right in front of it, but it was more or less in front, it was a bench in front of it with that inscription by
Mhm.
William Yates.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like an inscription, a bench, and I was like, I will go this far. And I'm like,
Mhm.
okay. So I mean, if there is something associated
Look at
further,
you doing hard, scary things.
I am. It's funny. Like who was girls at work? I was just like, oh, I don't like scary movies. They're like, you fucking hunted a ghost. I know, but like that
You're like,
doesn't scare me.
but the thing is, in the theatrical world versus in real life ghost hunting, the only you can get in your head very easily when you
Yeah.
are doing it in real life, but as you're watching it, it's just very unpredictable, and it's supposed to scare you. So you're gonna see the whole picture. You're not just looking out
Yeah.
of someone's eyes. So it's like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. So I really wasn't like worried. Again, I've gone with a team that I've done investigations with before, and I'm
Mhm,
very comfortable with them. I know that I'm safe. I know I'm protected. Do you know what I
mhm.
mean? Like it's different. But I did get like the heebie-jeebies about this room. I had no interest in going in there by myself. Like,
Oh.
yeah. So then
I
the
wonder
other,
why. I wonder if like there was a reason why it was so uncomfortable in that room for you.
I don't know. It was just, yeah, wasn't feeling it. I did make my TikTok on the second level, or no, the third level with the Kings. Did I
Ah,
send did I send it to you?
no.
I put it on my Insta or Snap or whatever it's called, TikTok, because I make TikToks sometimes on this floor.
She only
And
makes
there,
TikToks for herself. She can't make TikToks for basic
I
banter anymore.
literally make them
Much.
sometime. You know what? You know what? We won't have this discussion right now, Britt.
We're good.
Um,
Well, I don't know how to fucking make TikToks. Otherwise, I'd be like, here, I'll help you out, but I
I
cannot
don't know
even
how
do
to make TikToks.
that.
That's why I don't know how. Okay, I will find the TikTok that I made if I can find it because I literally had some time to do it.
Yeah,
Um, but it's not even funny. Hold on, is it kind of funny?
it's not even funny.
Oh, I thought I downloaded it. Maybe I didn't. But it's anyways. It's like this man. Oopsie, sorry. It's like this man. And I was like, I don't know who this
Oh,
man is. I'm sorry to this man, but it's
yes,
not. I'm sorry. Anyway, so that's
I'm
it.
afraid you're
Look at
posting
my
on.
TikTok or look at my Instagram.
Mhm.
Anyways, but that level really creeped me out. But I think part of it is there's just so many more mannequins. There's so many more lifelike things.
Yeah.
And one of the places where I had to go with my dowsing rods was like right in front of one. I was like, yeah, fuck, like I can't get much closer. I don't want to do that. It's not
He's
cool.
literally here
Um,
with you right now.
yeah, it was like over here. Sorry. Scooting and booting, not that far. Right here. You can't see it, but like literally, I can't zoom in, can I? No.
I
This
don't know.
man on here, they have him
Yeah.
in like in this chair, a big old version of that. And I'm like, this is fucked. This is not okay. So, anyways, I had to go there. And then behind here where my pointer is, do you see my mouse? Is my mouse
No,
visible? Oh
I don't
shit.
see her.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, how do I describe this? To the left, there's like a man in a chair. You can see the
Okay.
leg of the
You
chair.
can see like the bedpost, not a bedpost, a
Exactly.
post.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the man beside that in that picture, they had a full size, like I'm not kidding you, like a 6 foot figure sitting in a chair, all pointy shoes and all. It's disgusting. I hated it. Not okay.
And
And
you're
then
like, I'm not taking pictures of the shit.
literally I was like, nah, you will not haunt my phone. And then
Mm.
off to on the right side of that through the little like corridor, that's where I took a video of that man. Where I was like,
Ah,
what is happening? And again, I like could not go back there again by myself. So I was like, no, no.
it's so funny. Oh my God.
Yeah. So that was my hard work done for the day. And I was like, fuck
Amazing.
this. But anyway, so that data, again, like he didn't, sorry, they mapped out their findings with Derek and Jennifer took pictures of me near my markers to kind of compare and contrast. So,
Oh.
yes.
Was there
So,
anything that you guys had discovered that really was like a game changer for the investigation, where you're just like, holy shit, that was so successful because, and one of the reasons is because of this. And like
Well,
when it comes to
again, it
like the company that Anthony puts on, is he just wanting proof of existence, or is
oh,
he always there for like a mission of like what he's looking for?
well,
Or
I think the part of it is like we have proof, but
oh
I
yeah,
don't think that he's on a mission to prove to other people that this exists. I think
good.
like what he wants to uncover is again the historical accuracy and like how, you know, there are people with the or spirits or energies travel with these items and
Mhm.
like they have a story to tell even post the grave, right? So like that's my inclination. Like I said, I don't think if I went up to Anthony and asked, so do you think, you know, if they exist or what are we trying to prove? Like again, like I can say with confidence that we can know that there's more than this. We
Oh
know
yeah,
the presence here. We've been fed it. And actually coming back to that, in this staircase, I was coming up and I'm not kidding you, I felt like a shove up my butt. Not my whole butt. If this was my butt, it was
you
like a
were
little
assaulted.
it was like a little pressure up. It was like
Little
somebody was
like
upping me
keep
up the
on
stairs.
going, go
Literally, it was
on.
like a little nudge to keep going. And I was like, because
It's like what
Jennifer
you
was
have to do to
behind,
kids to be like, get up the stairs.
literally like, let's fucking go. No,
Oh.
Jennifer was like down like 5 or 6 steps below me. So I know it wasn't her, but I was like, but
Did you
then
ask the people like the museum staff if that's a common thing?
so coming back to because I kind of said there's two of them there. Well, they only if there's never one person in the museum, there's always two
Oh,
because of the happenings in this museum.
no
So
way.
within the staff, like they've got whisperings, they have visitations. There's people have seen visitations in like some of the conference rooms, footsteps,
Wow.
light shows. Like it's a very active space. So for the safety and comfort of others, there's always two working.
That makes
So,
me, that really though, like let's keep everybody safe.
oh, totally, exactly. And like, I mean, again, we're experiments in the scary stuff, but like that's not why they're there. They're historians, right? Like they're there because of the history.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it was really cool. But like the people that were working that night were fabulous. The gentleman that helped us, he all like because it's the treasures is like 6 or 7 museums, and
Wow.
there's like staff are all kind of intertwined. So the
Cool.
gentleman that was with us at this time was also with us when we did the Wake Museum. So yeah, it was really
Oh.
great. I had a great chat with both of them. They were so good.
Do you have
Um,
any investigations coming up that you know of that?
so we're looking to do another one. Potentially, we had gone to High Wycombe last year for a conference.
Mhm.
How do I stop this, by the way? Do I do that? I do. Okay. So we did High Wycombe conference last year. So we are talking about doing an investigation ahead of the next one in Wycombe.
Mhm.
That's just up. We're just figuring stuff out yet.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think an investigation will go ahead. Whether I get to be involved again, I don't know. It kind of falls at a weird time,
Oh, fair.
childcare and shit like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's exciting. Oh, I
it was
loved it. It was
great. It
awesome.
was
Yeah. I know
overall
you
super good.
have it on the stories. So for the people that don't watch the stories on Instagram, then at least we could do like a full
Yeah.
recap here.
Yeah, exactly. And that was kind of like I should digest this a little. Like it was good because I had the time to digest it and think about it, and you
Hmm.
know, yeah, it was good.
Love
It
it.
was really good. It was a late night. We didn't get out of there until about after midnight,
Okay.
and I was like, oh my God, it's gonna take me 3 hours to get home. But called mom. I
Well,
was like,
you
and
know
it
what?
was great. We just
Yes.
talked for at least an hour and a half. I was like, this is good. So it was
Yeah.
great for a late night.
Yeah.
Roads were good. It was clear and
That's
done
also
and out.
nice too.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Good. Well,
Yeah.
should we jump into to a
We sh
card for
we
the
shall. I
week?
have to go grab my deck, so I'll let you shuffle and
Yes.
I'll be right back. All right, and
Yes.
don't mind
Okay.
my
Don't
okay.
mind my she as she creeps away in her night cloak. So I am going to be pulling from my Magical Mermaids and Dolphins deck, which is my Doreen Virtue deck. Yeah, getting close to the end of trying to get all of my decks have made an appearance at one point. That's really good. And I think now that I've done that, not sorry, I have a couple more still, but it depends on what we want to do for our two final couple episodes of what we want to do for our readings. If I do have any decks left over, I might bring them in, or I'll just go back to my old trustees. So Yes, we will find out.
Sorry.
Love it. Yeah, it's good. Okay, so the deck, or sorry, the card that I pulled for today for this week is have faith. Your prayers are manifesting, remain positive, and follow your guidance. It's literally like chest openers, like we're ready. Just like be
That's so good.
ready, be there with an open heart. Things are happening for you. You just got to let it in.
Yeah.
So,
Part of
good
it is like
work.
letting go too. I feel
Yes.
that.
Good work. You've been asking and praying for some big dreams to come true, and it's working. Just like a gardener, but not the gardener like Matthew, who has planted new seeds, you must have faith with your crops, that your crops will push above the surface. Keep watering your dreams by taking the steps and making them flourish. This is a precious time for you and your dreams. You don't have to strain or push to make them come true. You've already accomplished the major part of manifestation by asking and praying. Trust that heaven is helping you, just like a best friend would sorry, if you asked for their assistance. Your job is to have faith, listen for divine guidance, and take um, whatever action whenever you're guided.
Mhm.
So I like it.
Cool. Very good.
Things are unfolding as they should.
That's great. That's actually so
Mhm.
good. I feel
Mhm.
that and I needed that nudge to kind of be like, that's my like theme right now is like just be fine. Just let things happen as they have to happen.
Man, it's hard. Like it's fucking hard.
It's hard to let go of control when that's what you need, but also you don't
Yeah.
need it, right?
But even like you said at the start of the episode, like you can only focus on what you can control, and you just have to leave up the rest to be like, hope it works out.
Yeah. I got the platypus. What
That's
a funny
fun.
guy. It says we
Fun.
are curated gallery of our influences. So let's find this guy. Oh, sorry, I didn't even announce my deck here. I'm doing the unusual animal messages from my friend Jackie. Jack
Yay,
Jack.
Jackie.
Okay. So the platypus inspires us to remember that we are a curated gallery of our collective experiences. Also funny that I was in a gallery of sorts.
Curated gallery
Yeah.
of sorts.
So collective experiences, friends, and interests. We have unique, can't talk. We have the unique opportunity to choose what we want to be influenced by.
Mhm.
This curious mammal is a great example of how a mashup of influences can come together to create something truly original. It draws its inspiration from all over the animal kingdom. Sorry, I'm really having trouble talking. I'm second guessing myself.
Okay.
It has a body like an otter and a tail like a beaver and a bill and webbed feet like a duck. Additionally, it lays eggs, uses electronic impulses to locate prey like a shark, and glows a biofluorescent blue-green color when put under an ultraviolet light. I'm having time.
I'm turning violet, Violet.
Violet. When the platypus was first brought over from Australia to Britain, scientists thought it was a fake animal. Using the platypus as a guide, we can also pick what influences us. We are all born blank slates and come to be who we are because of our life experiences. The more we let in, the richer our lives can be. While this is a liberating concept, it also means that we are only as good as what we surround ourselves with. So choose wisely. So take note of your surroundings, your friends, and how you are choosing to spend your time. Are these in alignment with who you want to be and your goals? If not, it would be wise to reevaluate your choices. Make an effort to surround yourself with people and experiences that build you up and support the life you want to create.
Nice.
Boom, for sure.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
I
it.
feel that. So, yeah.
Amazing. So now, just a quick reminder, our next two episodes, depending, I guess, of course, of how many
Yeah.
people, yeah, two episodes what we're trying to shoot um, for how the questions for all of our little free tarot read questions. So if you want to go on our Instagram or our, right? Instagram has
Instagram,
the link tree,
YouTube, and
right?
TikTok.
Oh, yes, sorry, all three of them have
I
all of those.
mean, yeah, I mean, I
Yeah,
can
then you can
do
go and
something.
you can submit anonymously or you can DM us. We know that we've gotten a couple of those. And then, or you can message us personally if you have that information.
Yeah,
But yeah, you can also email us at basicbanterforwitches@gmail.com.
yeah,
And Jessica has our handles for the social media.
yeah. It's just add basic banter for witches at Gmail. Wait, add basic banter for witches. That's it. I was gonna say,
I
like, I
fucked
always
it
do
up.
that.
I fucked it up
Huh?
with everything.
Yeah, we said TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Yeah. at
Yeah,
Basic Banter for Witches. Yes.
that's right. Yes,
Perfect.
yes.
We
So
can
then
do
you guys
this.
still have a little bit of time before we do that, but we'll do a couple more shout outs
Yeah.
on our Instagram stories just to kind of push it out there for a couple more extra
Shake the
questions.
trees. Exactly. Just be like, hey, would you like a reading?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Yeah, 'cause it's spring fever right now. So, brings about change and good stuff. So even if you just need
exactly.
to know what your next couple months should feel
Hmm.
like,
Yep.
why
Yep.
not?
Might as well.
Love it.
Yeah.
Crushed it. Amazing.
Boom.
Well,
Boom.
we
Thank you
love
for
y'all.
staying for my TED Talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It was very
Interesting.
educational and
The way I
awesome.
did educational. I don't even know if it was educational, but it's okay.
So I think so.
It was different, and different is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, exactly.
Embrace. Embrace the
Embrace the
different.
change.
Yes. Okay.
Amazing.
Anyways, okay,
All
guys. Well, we'll
right.
see you later.
You bet. Bye, loves. Bye-bye. Good night
Bye-bye.
now.
Bye.